My name is Michelle, I'm a Pilates instructor for Somerset Skills and Learning. I'm just going to show you a little bit of a routine for those of you that may have lower back issues. Pilates is very good for actually strengthening the core, which is our powerhouse. Once we strengthen this area here, then we actually help act as a brace to actually help that back. And it's very much thinking about and having that awareness of the engagement through the core area throughout the day in everyday activities. Okay, so I'm just going to start talking about the setup whilst in Pilates. Okay, so thinking about our posture. So we're just going to start thinking about our feet and knees being hip distance apart, feet are parallel, okay? And just trying to evenly distribute the weight through the widest part of the foot through down to the heel. Let's get a bit of mobility first of all through the lower back as you tilt forwards and backwards. And this is a really good thing to think about just generally every day, just to check there's that mobility there, and have we got our neutral spine? Neutral spine, tailbone tucked under, lengthen down towards the floor. So we're thinking about the knees being soft, shoulders down away from the ears, hands to the side of the body. If the hands come forward, it enables those shoulders to roll forward, and we want to keep the chest open. So crown of the head is to the ceiling, and then just thinking about growing tall through that crown of the head. So you've got the all-important engagement through the transverse abdominis, which is thinking about the navel towards the spine. So you've got an engagement there throughout that can actually be continued throughout the day. So from here, it's going to start with a bit of mobility as we shrug the shoulders up and then release them down. So we're just thinking about a breath in as we reach up and then dropping down on the out breath. So just going to take it for 2 more here. Well done, last one. Perfect, and a little bit of mobility as we roll the shoulders backwards. Rolling backwards will encourage us again to stand tall and open the chest. Can we incorporate the elbows? Just easing the shoulder blades together, open that chest a little bit further. And again, only if we're happy to, can we lengthen the arms. Keeping the arms bent if you prefer. Just going to take it for 1 more here. And then taking the hands down to the side of the body. We're just going to turn to look over to the shoulder on this side here. As we turn, looking over the shoulder, come back to centre, bring the chin to the chest, lengthen through the neck, back to centre, and then over to the second side, and then back to centre. So from here, we're just going to take the legs a little bit wider apart, feet out at an angle to help support, raggy doll arms. So just allow the arms to follow as you rotate through the waist. So a good one, again, just to release that lower back into the waist area. So just let the arms hang as they follow, and if you're happy to raise the heel, twisting on the ball of the foot, then do so. So it's going to take it for 1 more each side or until you're balanced. Come back to centre, but keep those legs wide for me, hips to the front, upper body tall, neutral spine. Can we just bend and lengthen those legs here? Just bending and lengthening, a bit of movement in through the knees and in through the hip area. Well done. So again, just taking it for 1 more each side, coming back to centre, and then taking your feet back to hip distance apart. Feet are parallel. So we're just going to do an up and down movement through the feet as we pedal through. Trying to keep about the hips balanced as they were in between 2 panes of glass. Spreading out the toes, and then coming back down and sinking the feet into the floor for me. So from here, it's going to get a bit of mobility through the spine with something called the spine roll in Pilates. I'm going to turn to the side so you can see what I'm doing. So from here, again, just checking that our posture is correct. Shoulders down. And we're just going to start by taking the chin to the chest and feeling the length through the back of the neck. So from here, chin to the chest, hold it throughout as we slowly roll down through the spine. You're going down as far as your back, your hamstrings will allow you. Crown of the head to the floor, take a breath in, and then out breath to return. So you've still got that chin to the chest until we come, neutral spine, shoulders back and down, crown of the head to the ceiling. Just going to take it for 2 more here. So again, chin to the chest, rolling down. If at any point you do need to bend the knees, then feel free to. Again, breath in. It's a flowing movement with no stop or start with your own breath. Trying to keep the hips over the ankles as though you've got that wall behind you. So last time here, chin to the chest, rolling on down. Breath in at the bottom, and then out breath to return. So the out breath enables you to keep the engagement through the core throughout. So this next time we're actually going to roll it down and take ourselves down onto the mat. So chin to the chest, rolling down through, and then coming down onto your mat with either straight or bent legs and coming into a child's pose. So knees are bent, sit back towards the heels as far as your knees are back, allow you and just reach the hands, feeling the shoulders in through the mat, so the stretch through the shoulders and in through the mid-back. And then from here, we're just going to come up to a seated position. So we've thought about the mobility of the spine. Now we're going to think about the strengthening of the transverse abdominis, which is your core muscles. It's something called the roll-up. So again, we can just start, see how it feels, and then gradually progress depending on how you're feeling today. So shoulders are down away from the ears. We're sitting tall on the sit bones. Feet and knees are hip distance apart, feet parallel. So we're going to start with a pelvic tilt. It's like creating a C through the tummy area. So first of all, we take it through a pelvic tilt and then we come back up again. So just imagine that someone's pushing you in the tummy and then coming back up again. And you should feel that the abdominals contract at this point. So you can either stay here, or if you feel that you can challenge yourselves further, we can create the C. We can go down a small distance. We've got a release on the in-breath and then out-breath. Use the abdominals to come up to seated and sit tall. So if this is not right for you today, then you can use your hands underneath the thighs to create the C. Go down and use those thighs as support. Again, release, no tension through the shoulders and the back, and then come back up through. So if you do feel that you can take it a little bit further today, we've got that C. We can go a little bit further. We're releasing and then coming back through. Sitting tall on your in-breath, this is a release in itself. And then from here, if you can, take it all the way down and come back in a controlled way. We go down on the out-breath. We have a breath in as we take the arms up and over the head for the release. Hands come above the chest, shoulders down away from the ears. Out breath, we come up to seated in the slowest possible way that you can, and then sit tall on that in breath. So just take it for one more here. So again, just seeing how far you can go today. And remember, it is a slow, controlled movement. Working the abdominals. Well done. Okay, so that's just a couple of movements that you can do in Pilates, just to show you a bit of a mobility routine there for you, just to loosen up through the lower back. Some mobility through the spine with the spine roll, and then we've got the strength element with regards to the abdominals with our roll up.